everybody. This is Anna, aka Bradco, and I'm here with Gary.
The Rampage reseller. But I've decided we need a name change for my hot wife here to the hotness.
Oh, jeez.
Because the bread is always hot too. So it just makes sense. This is the hotness. But she's not fully down for that. I think it's great.
I'll think about it. I don't know yet. All right, you guys. So it's not what I expect. Things happened, and then more things happened, and it was like, wow. But before we get there, let's get some people going. We have Susan.
I lost the mouse thing. There it is.
Yeah, well,
Susan,
you lost more than that.
Hey. Where did I lose when we went camping?
All right, we'll tell them in a bit.
Joe, how are you?
And Irene and Leo.
Hey.
And you guys, so I watched the video.
One more.
Miss Canadian Scrapper. Thank you for stopping by. All right, you guys. So first, I want to congratulate. I did watch the replay, and Irene, so close. But Susan, you are a 6-time world champion. Woohoo!
How does it feel? Tell us in the chat right over there. I think it's that way on your screen or that way. Tell us how it feels to win again.
Right?
Until next week.
It was a close call, you guys.
It was really close. I was listening in the truck on the way back when we got back into service.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, is she going to get it or not? Because I didn't know that you had already won by then.
And then by the time that we got down, it was ding, 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 ding.
Oh, geez. The phones were exploding. It's like, what is going on?
Right? All right. So, you guys, once we went up that mountain, we lost complete service of everything. So there was no Wi-Fi, no YouTube, no nothing. So if we got lost, that's it. We're lost.
Yeah.
And you should have seen. So we took our youngest and oldest on this camping trip, and you should have seen my oldest. He was like, "Mom," he took his charger, you guys, and I kept telling me, maybe you'll find a tree that has a plug.
He took the whole plug, like, because I saw it in the door. I was like, what the hell are you going to do with this? What are you going to plug this into? And I think it was a one solid charger, too. It wasn't where you could take it out. I was like, where? Yeah. And she was like, I told him to plug it into a tree. Go looking. Hey, Mo.
Thank you, Mo.
Thank you for coming by.
Susan says, it was awesome.
It was close, Susan. I was listening while she was watching driving back once we got into service.
Yeah, it was a good show.
I was like, am I coming back next week with Susan? What's going to happen? Didn't know the whole weekend.
And did we ever find out what happened to Josie? Because I know she was in there and then she disappeared. So let us know what happened to her, because we're kind of anxious to see what happened. But anyways, we get up there and he's taking out his charger like he's going to plug it somewhere. And I'm like, nope, this is camping. We weren't prepared. We bought blankets. We didn't bring a tent. Harley.
We yard sailed an air mattress on the way. Harley, how's it going?
So, yeah, in the morning we bought an air mattress, and then that was the only yard sale that we did. So we went up and we bought enough blankets for everybody because we knew it was going to get cold. And our thought was, we'll sleep under the stars, and then the kids can sleep in the car. And it did work out, but it was 40. Was it 45?
It was. He was like 42. 42 degrees out.
cold, you guys.
And there was, even here in Arizona and whatever month we're in now, April, right?
Yes.
There was snow on the ground. We got to throw snow at each other, and unfortunately her phone died. We were trying to get the pictures switched over to the computer in time for the live, and we're like, we'll do it next time. We'll show the pictures. But there was snow. I got the truck stuck in the snow doing what does Patrick Murphy call it? Jackassery. Harley, I'm sure you understand. I was just trying to play in the snow, maybe do some donuts in a parking lot. I got stuck for a little bit, but I got it out.
So yeah, we did take enough food, but so we kind of left our campsite because we told we could.
Yeah.
And when we got back, somebody else was already setting up there, and we kind of felt uncomfortable. But we had to tell them that we paid for the spot, and so you go tell them what happened, because
that lady was pissed. Like, we pulled up and I was like, I don't know how to tell her, like, because it's just one lady. I think she had like a Ford Taurus or something. She's all pulled in. She's setting the tent up, and so I was like, you tell her. So she's like, excuse me, we already got the spot. And she's like, well, they said that there's no reserved spots. And I was like, yeah, we already paid for it. And they have, I've never seen them before. They have bear boxes, these huge steel bins that you can put all your stuff in and lock it up, all your food. And I said, if you want to look in there, like, our mattress is partly blown up in there, our food's in there, our ice chest is in there. Mm-hmm. And then she started packing things up. We just pulled up the road and waited because it's a one-way loop. So I just pulled up a little bit off to the side. By the time she left, like, she was slamming doors and throwing things in her car. Like, I was like, I'm so, like, we paid pissed for it. The tag is there on the little plate next to the parking spot, and it was hanging on our rearview mirror. So she was not happy at all.
Yeah, she wasn't. So,
and she took our wood.
He was upset about it because, like, we had everything already pre-planned for that night. You guys, we went out and we brought wood and we chopped it up and everything. And we had a little pile there already set, you know. So we came back. Yeah. She took it.
What's weird, like, because we had the fire pit all set and everything, all we had to do was light it. And she took everything out of the fire pit, and she took all of the, because when we went, I had leftover pine tongue and groove. I know, to take up camping, but it worked. It burnt really good. It was a good starter. So I took it because it was like 1.5 long strips. So take them. That lady left all of the new wood and the little 2x4 pieces and everything that we took to get things started. And she took just like the branch chunks that we had broken up with rocks.
Yeah.
Because I did try to be prepared. And I did throw the Sawzall in the truck with the battery and took an extra battery. And I went, this is a metal blade. And I took it out and came in the house and grabbed the ice chest and put it in and said, let's go. So we got up there and I dug it out from under the seat and there's no blade in it. So we ended up breaking up trees and tree limbs that had fallen with big rocks. That's how we did it.
Oh my god. So luckily she didn't take the food or anything that was in the bear bins, you guys. Like, all that was there, because we would have been like completely screwed if she did. Yeah. And the ranger came back down and she's all like, well, did she take anything? And I'm like, no, I think she just took her wood, but that's okay, you know. Like, yeah. She must have really needed it, so, you know.
Yeah, she was not happy. It's the windows were up on the truck and you can hear her slamming doors, and yeah.
But yes, it was super cold. So before it got cold, we did the fire pit. And we took hot dogs, and thinking that even my son thinks that he's going to be the first person to get burnt.
No, look. She didn't take the expensive wood. I burned all that.
I'm the one that got burnt, you guys. So
Look, I didn't hurt my hands. Jessica, how's it going?
hey, Jessica.
So
they're right there. It wasn't. We lost.
here, hold your hand.
Hold
like,
on. Where is it at? It's right there.
Where is it? Yep, on the thumb. And then I think on the other side. So I went and we didn't even use those. Or did she take them? The sticks I made.
What sticks?
I
think.
She took
her.
She took the sticks that I sit there for like an hour getting all shaved down, so we could put hot dogs on them. I had 4 of them. Those were gone too.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. But we ended up buying the metal ones up like all the way at the top of the mountain. Mm-hmm. They have a little shop, so we bought the metal ones, and like they're all on the grill. I got them all going. The fire pit. I pull them off, and I try to hand them to her like not the hot side, and she grabs the first one, and I go to hand her the second one, and she just grabbed it, and she grabbed the hot part.
Yeah.
I heard it go. I was like, "What happened?" And then the hot dogs were on the ground.
And yes, I did cuss, and luckily it didn't. There's not a lot of damage. Just yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, just a couple.
Just wash it off.
just rub it in the dirt and call it a day.
And my son was like, "Mommy, you're the always one that's the safest. I would have thought Gary would have been the one that we'd be at the hospital or something."
And I told her, I was like, "We're not going to the hospital." I think at that time I was trying to. Harley knows like the tie down holes on the side of the beds in your truck. When they did ours, they left the rubber boots in and they rhino lined the whole thing. So we're trying to put straps into the holes. I had to go in there with a knife and like cut them out. So she's like, "You better not, because you're gonna cut your face." Because I was like prying up, and I was like, "It's okay, we'll still be here. Just put dirt on it."
Just put dirt on it. Baby.
Huh?
This is like me breaking my foot.
That's not good, Susan.
But yeah, so I was the one that got hurt, but it wasn't that bad. So it was cold, but we made it. We took lots of blankets for the kids, you guys, so they were fine because they were sleeping inside. But would I do it again? Yes, but I'd have to be more prepared than this.
This Harley, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's camping. Aren't you supposed to rough it when you go camping? You're not supposed to real people are going to disagree, and I'm just being funny here, but real campers aren't going to be like, "Let me pull up in this with this fifth wheel and back it in and put my cable TV up." No, you're supposed to go out there and be like, "All right, let's go find some wood and cut wood and do it I'll call it the old-fashioned way." We didn't even have a tent, everybody. No tent. We had 2 blankets and an air mattress that we didn't even know if it worked. But I did check the battery powered. I didn't know it was battery powered, but the battery powered air pump when we got it. As soon as I got in the truck at the yard sale, I opened it, and the batteries had blown up inside of it. So we walked back. I'm like, "This isn't going to work. Here you go if you want to throw it away." And she gave us part of the money back. But yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we had to blow that thing up. Well, the kids blew up the air mattress. I did get the rubber plugs out, and I'll explain why I took the plugs out. And it's all I don't even know what is it. We run what we brung. We make it work. So I took 2 straps and I went diagonal across the bed of the truck, across the top through those holes. And we laid the really thick, heavy blanket across the top to keep the wind off the top of us. And then we had the air mattress and we had the blanket underneath. And we crawled in and then put the blanket over the top. There you go. It was like a 2-foot tall tent, but it worked.
Yeah.
Randomly, I would wake up and be like, "Oh my God, it's cold." And I'd peel the top back a little bit and be like, "It's still dark," and cover it back up. It was cold. Mickey, how's it going? Oh, where'd it go? It's clicking too fast. We just got home, dude. We just got home from camping. Back to civilization.
Civilization.
I just realized I clicked what Susan had put. See? And that's better than sleeping in the trunk of a Charger during Roadkill Drag Week, right? Because we've done that too.
Yeah.
We had 3 of us left in the trunk. Oh no, we have not even got to that story yet. We're not even there.
Nope, not yet. So we wake up like around 7 in the morning, and then he starts the fire because he's like super cold. And then we sit and, we eat whatever's there, snacks or whatever, which was like cookies.
I took the little sticker rod for the marshmallow things, and I was just being funny, but I was putting moon pies on them and doing moon pies in the fire.
And so he asks, what do I want to do? And I'm like, well, let's just have breakfast. Let's go down, have breakfast, and hit some yard sales. I like it, Rob. No, you guys, I'm reading the chat.
Oh, I just realized you said that out loud, too.
So we go down there, we have breakfast, and of course, my kid, once he enters that service, he's like on his phone, right face to face. You won't even. I'm like, hey, we're here.
Ask him where to eat. Nothing, not even a mumble.
So we get breakfast, and then we hit 3 yard sales. 4 yard
3
sales.
or 4, something like that. Mm-hmm. And the first one killed me, but I had to let things go that I wanted to get. So,
but we still did pretty good.
We did good, but I did pass on a top loader original Nintendo with the correct controller and a stack of games. I was like, I just can't. Like, that would have been it for the whole weekend for us. So I passed, and hopefully they have it next week, and we'll go back and try to get it.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it looks like they're gonna have another yard sale.
I think they were moving, so they had a lot of stuff. And they weren't even planning on getting rid of it yet. So.
And then we go get breakfast, which here it's called the Waffle House. So I don't know if you guys have any over there, but it's pretty good and it's affordable for like a big family, especially if you have a kid that likes to eat a lot. Like, that is a good place. And then he wants coffee, and he took us out for coffee, which is our favorite place, Dutch Bros. And but before we hit that, our last yard sale is where he found his toilet.
I bought a vintage toilet off of a grandma, and I'm proud of it.
And apparently you can drink from it.
You can drink from it. That is true. It says it right there.
You can put ice in it.
Yes.
And all I had to say was, I've seen it all. There is no doubting him.
How's it going? Yes, I bought a toilet today, a vintage toilet.
Yes.
And it is used. And I carried it to the truck myself. I don't know how long we can drag this on. You can drink
from it. You can put ice in it. You can party with it.
Yep, but it is a toilet.
And yes, it is used.
I don't know how long I can stretch this out. I'm trying here. What else can I say about buying a used toilet from a grandma at a yard sale?
It's so funny. It's almost against the law.
It says so. Yes, it does. What color? It is a white toilet. It is mostly white.
All right, let's see if he's going to show you guys.
It does need to be cleaned. I'll show the box. There's it needs to be cleaned up really good.
But you got to show them how you bought it. You said used.
Say what? Ice and drink from it? Yes, I did get it. Does need to be cleaned. I did not get time to clean it. Here's my toilet. No joke. There it is. White toilet.
What color?
And that is true right there. You flip it up, you drink from it.
And not only that, you guys, it comes with its original box.
Original box. Johnny Ice Bucket or occasional punch bowl. So funny, it's almost against the law. Yes. Is that a potty? Good grief. Okay. And actually the thing comps pretty good, and we picked it up for $4. I couldn't pass on it for $4. Basically,
yeah.
Maybe you could make if you had a dog that you had problem with drinking out of the toilet, you could put that out for him as a water bowl instead.
Oh my god.
There you go. As long as you don't have kids. Rural Squirrel, how are you?
Hey.
Said we just got back from camping a little bit ago with no service, and I bought a used toilet off of a grandma at a yard sale.
Yeah, you guys, she had a lot of cool stuff, a lot of vintage.
There was a pair of cups that we left behind.
Oh, let me tell you about those
and
cups.
It wasn't just the cups. I think the stirrers would have been worth quite a bit. They were, it was a pair of, what were they, like coffee cups?
Yeah.
They were a pair of coffee cups, and they were naked hippies. It was a pair of them.
And full detail. Okay, I'm gonna.
All the way, yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything.
And yeah. Yeah.
Everything was there. But not only that, it had like the party mixers, and it was. You explain. I'm reading the chat.
So I'm just gonna say it. Sorry, please don't let your kids watch this one. Because what am I gonna? I'm gonna say some stuff. So yeah, so it was very detailed boobs and very detailed man parts.
No, but the mixing sticks.
Oh, yeah. So it was a girl, and it was bending over.
And you could see everything. Like it was a skirt, but you could see everything. And there were mixing sticks for your drinks. Yeah. And they were old. And we passed on those because we found 2 sets of sterling silver. What were they for? For tea and biscuit. So it was like a fork and a spoon for teas and biscuits. But there were 2 full sets. They were sterling silver in the original boxes. Each box was $2. So we got those instead.
Yeah.
And a toilet.
And a toilet.
I would have picked those up, but we had the kids with us too, and I figured we got enough decent stuff out of there. And she picked up some vintage Tupperware. Yeah. It was really nice. Yeah, you never know what we're gonna have. We find Harley's right. We find weird stuff sometimes.
Yes, we do, and it's not even. We don't go out and look for it. It's just there.
We found one. I remember where I got it, and you're like, "Why did you get that?" They'll know what it is, right? A plumb bob. I'm sure Harley knows what that is. It was a plumb bob for construction, and it was brass, and it was a naked girl. Oh. And I don't remember how much it was. It was a few bucks. And I was like, this is going to be worth something. So we picked it up, and I don't know. That was right at the start of our eBay together time. I think that thing went for almost a couple $100. And she was like, no one's going to buy that. And it sold like instantly. It was gone.
Yeah.
So now is keep an eye out for another one. We do have birdies. they're back here. But last time we took them out, we had, well, Harley took a dump on my keyboard. Not you, Harley. That Harley. So I'm kind of scared to get them out now, but we are working on a project of starting up a 4th channel.
Yes.
Don't have a name for it yet, but the plan is one whole side of our yard we're going to have just for the chickens where it's fenced off. I've already got a buddy, he likes doing electronics and stuff, so he's working on some like automatic waters and feeders and helping with the cameras and everything. So we're going to set it up to where we have 24/7 chicken watching. You guys can watch them eat and lay eggs and the whole works.
So you guys, so his friend is like this genius. Like, I don't even know how he comes up with things. Like,
he's good.
Yeah. Like, if he has a YouTube channel, like, I would post him so you guys can go see him. Like, no joke. Like, when it comes to electronic, he's like super really intelligent. Like, for that stuff, like, it just mind blows you.
Yeah, he sent me a little video clip. He doesn't have kids or anything, but he sent me a clip like when you open the door to go to the backyard. I think it's the backyard. As soon as you open the door at all, the back light comes on. As soon as you close the door, the light goes out. Hall light, same way. Every room, like when you open the door, the light comes on.
Yeah.
So he did that. He did a whole bunch of camera work and all kinds of stuff that he does. And
he's always upgrading everything. Like, I want to call that, what's the movie? The house. No, there's the house where everything's like electronic and voice activated. It's a really old movie.
All I can think is Back to the Future, but it wasn't voice activated. It wasn't Gremlins, was it? Where they make things and it all falls apart?
No. I would have to find the movie.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
No.
See, help me out, everybody. And yes, the other Harley did squirt a big poo right on the keyboard and the mouse. Yes, he did.
Gary.
I was like, cool, I'm in the clear, and no, I wasn't. I was not. But
our son. So after we bought the toilet, you guys, our son bought us coffee, and I don't know, like doing this little hiking or whatever camp you want to call it, like it brought us all closer, like even with our oldest, because when we came down, like we played
just for you, Susan, we played Are You Smarter Than a Reseller? And for practice for next week. Just kidding.
And even our daughter joined in, you guys, like, and so I was reading out the questions. And out of the random, it was anything from Disney to like Cars to just anything.
Movies, all kinds of stuff.
And you can hear my son in the back like, no, I got this.
He was. He's like, oh, I can do this, because his thought was to take Susan and myself on this Saturday.
Yeah.
He was like, I got this. And I was like, she's like, okay, let's play then. And sorry, dude, but you don't got this.
You don't got this.
But he did try.
So yeah, he did.
He tried for over an hour and a half.
He did. And even our smallest one, which was so funny because one Disney question, I guess she knew like the music to it, and she's all like, I know that, and she said it perfectly, and she's all like, and I've looked at her, I'm like, that is correct. But we had fun, and it made us all like get closer, I guess, like bond, and to me, I think that was the best gift.
We tried, but he's like up on the mountain, everything's really expensive. I don't know how much it was. I didn't see, but we told him, go get them. We'll pay for them.
Carol.
And we got up to check out, and Like, where is he? He's like, oh, I didn't get them because they were like $15 a piece, is what he said. I don't know how much they were. It was probably 15 total.
Probably.
But he didn't get them. And I was like, are you sure? And there's a huge line. He's like, no, it's okay. Like, all right.
Yeah, because they had homemade fudge. I mean, I told this kid to get anything.
Yeah, they had everything there.
And yes, because it's on the only store there, everything was going to be pretty high up. So we kind of figured that the prices were going to be like that. But he didn't want anything, so.
And as a not pro camper at all, but I'm going to call this a pro tip. If you guys go over there to Mount Lemon and you go up to the top and you decide you want the metal poker to put the hot dogs and the marshmallows on, we did buy the real metal pokers because I didn't want them to think that we were getting full on, I'm going to call it ghetto camping. But for $1 less per pair, you could get right underneath those for some random reason. I think I would have done it just like they did as a joke. So you had the marshmallow holders, and then right under that on the shelf, you had 2 packs of fly swatters for $1 less. And they were, when I looked at them, I showed her, I was like, this is the exact same metal rod that's inside these fly swatters. And she's like, well, I guess get them. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that to you guys. But if it would have been me, I would have cut the fly swatter part off. Done.
Yeah, technically it was going to be for both of us, but we don't get, like, I guess with the school and everything, because he's in high school, you guys, like, he only comes like every other week, or it's random.
Would you like a drink?
No, I'm good. I would not. Nope.
It just came out of my nose.
That thing hasn't been clean.
It didn't touch. I made sure it wasn't touched. I was holding it with my finger.
Nope.
We didn't have a tent. We did not have a tent. We strapped 2 ratchet straps across the back of the truck, straight across, and laid a really heavy blanket on it. And then we crawled underneath that with the air mattress and another blanket, and we made it work. See, whatever works. I should have taken some snap-on screwdrivers up there, and taken some pictures of that. We could have just done it that way. I couldn't help myself. That was hilarious.
But if you forget your tent, that's one way to get your partner closer.
That's it. Oh, and I think I missed it, Harley. But yeah, I did get the plugs out. We had a bed cover on the truck. It didn't fit quite right, so the front hooks were still there. So we hooked off of that, and I cut the plugs out of the back so we could hook the straps. But we did make it work.
And also, too, before that, you guys, I want to apologize. He wants to apologize because we didn't know that they were going to throw him on overtime.
Yep.
And we already had the shirts planned for that day. I wasn't notified, or I would have notified you guys.
So when you're at work there, even the factory I worked at a long time ago, like you could have your phone in your little toolbox on the table, and over there it's not like that at all. It's just like conveyor belts, and that's it, and nothing out, because it's where I used to work. We built like toolboxes and stuff. Here we don't do that. It's plates people eat off of, so you can't have anything out there. So phones have to stay in the break room or locker or whatever on silent, and you can't just, hey, I need to go use the phone. She can't even call over there for me. There is none of that. So by the time we found out, it's like, well, there's nothing I can do now. So I had it scheduled, and she figured out I wasn't coming home, and young people camping. I haven't been camping since I was little, I don't think. I just forgot how old I am. I probably haven't been camping in in decades. There we go.
Decades.
We'll just call it that. It sounds better.
I've never been camping, so I don't think that was a thing for us.
That was better than going to the racetrack, though, right?
Oh, definitely, by far.
Yes.
Yes.
So next time, now that we have the truck, we can go camping that way at the racetrack. Done.
Yeah.
Because the last time it was cramped, there was 3 of us in the trunk of the car.
Well, no, and the air mattress made a big difference.
I got up and was like, "What's wrong with the ground?" I was so tired. Yeah. The ground's all wobbly and. Young people camping. What do you call it? Ingenuitive people camping. There you go. We make it work. I was prepared to use fly swatters as marshmallow cookers.
Yeah, only him. I don't know.
I just saw them next to each other. Like, someone put these here on purpose. There's no other reason. It's the same piece of metal. It's twisted exactly the same. But I couldn't do that to everybody. I thought it would have been funny to tell our little one, sorry, but they use these for bugs. So let's. Okay, I like your idea. I really like your idea, Harley. But here's the problem. You're already getting a look. Already getting the look. And I don't understand her because she's willing to drive a crossover. And to her,
no,
hold on. No, you always get to tell them first. To her, a crossover is just a car. It's perfectly fine. You take a truck, put a camper on the back, even just a shell, so you got room to go camping. Instant station wagon. She hates station wagons. Station wagons are off the table. That's it. So that's why I don't have a shell on there.
No, I'm defending my thing. I never said he couldn't have one. My thing was, like I told him, it just reminds me of the Vacation movie. It reminds me of the Vacation movie when they go on the road trip. And so the only thing that I asked is he has to play it.
But I don't get it. They don't. Come on. Someone defend me. Susan will defend me. I know, because we've had to talk about cars. Harley, I'm sure, will defend me too. There's got to be more people.
But
Carol, defend me here.
He can't buy one.
Carol, defend me. Help me, everybody.
Don't do it, Carol.
Not all station wagons are the station wagon from the Vacation movie. Not all of them look that way.
But when he brought it up to my attention, that's how he described it. As long as we get the new version.
There is no new version.
Yeah, there is.
What do you want? Oh, well, there's options. Here we go into the car talk. All right, Harley, how about an SRT Magnum or a CTSV with a 6-speed in it wagon? How about that? That would do. She goes, they all look the same.
Oh
it's
God.
A station wagon. Either of those I'd be happy with. And even though I'm a Dodge guy, I'd probably prefer the 6-speed Cadillac. Yeah, there it is. Totally different. We even saw a 80s Suburban or 70s Suburban today, and it was like 6 inches off the ground. Like, check that out. And she's like, wagon. That was it.
I did not even say. Oh my God. I think you're going a little bit too extreme.
I'm having fun with it now.
See? He's going too extreme.
Look, and I have showed her videos, and she's like, wagon. Even like all kinds of videos. Nope. Wagon.
But I never said he could not bring one home.
You did. For a long time, it was,
okay.
If you bring one home, I'm not talking to you for 2 years.
You guys, okay, so every time, no. This is...
This is great.
Okay, no. So every time that he points out, like, a wagon, there's holes or there's, like, it is...
They don't make them anymore.
It is, like, crushed and one door is missing, and he's like, oh my God,
Here we go. Susan can stick up for me on that.
Can't we just get one that's already, like, not...
And Harley will stick up for me with this. Harley,
Can I have one with 4 doors? All
They
4
do
doors?
have all 4
But
doors.
the ones that you show me are like.
No, I showed you that Duster. I was like, check this car out. Look how much they want. But look at the back. I thought it was just a bad picture, but the whole back's caved in.
See,
it doesn't. And I didn't want it. I was like, there's no way. It's not fixable. But I know at least Susan will stick up for me. As long as it runs good, it don't matter how. To me, it don't matter how it looks. As long as it runs good and it's fast. Well, right there, she has but she won't do vans either. I've tried that. I already had one picked out, everything, and she's like, "No, I'm not riding that. You can drive it."
Oh my god!
This is where we need somehow to have both shows on at the same time, the car channel and this. This would be great for the car channel. But she has a Toyota Sienna van, and they drop the 2 rows of back seats out and lay the mattress in it.
That is doable.
Look at the screen to tell them.
That is doable.
Look at that face. That's doable.
All right. No matter what I say.
No, this is hilarious. This is better than me buying a used toilet from a grandma at a yard sale.
Yeah.
Vintage. See, as long as it's fast, it don't matter how it looks. I get it. I do get the flashy thing. You were so happy when my truck got backed into. Oh, now they get to paint the whole thing. See? And before it wasn't as flashy. Now it's like, look at me, I'm right here.
But you
now all the cops look.
But you like it.
But it was fine before. It didn't look fast.
But now you're all like, look, somebody was taking a picture of it.
They do. They go down the freeway and take videos of it.
Or they go back and drive just to find you.
Steven, how's it going?
Hey, Steven.
This is good. I want to do a car chat later tonight. I want to do one now. You got me all wound up. I saw lots of cool cars while we were up there.
Yeah.
I don't know, because you have to go through Tucson, everybody, to get up to the mountain. And I think where we were out, I may be wrong, I think it was over 10,000 feet in like 27 miles. So Harley, if you were ever down here in the summertime, that would be an awesome place to go take the bike and just cruise up the mountain. It's a great drive all the way to the top. But I think we have the same opinion on it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we don't really like going to Tucson. It's just like the sides of the road, there's litter everywhere, and
it's okay. It's not my favorite.
I mean, it's a big place, but we were down there doing the yard sales, like the old part of town where the houses are probably like 400 or 500 square feet, little tiny brick houses. And we're looking for these yard sales, and there's just old cars everywhere. And of course, she's like, because they don't run or anything, but still, like they're littered everywhere. But nobody will get rid of them. They just rather sit there. And now you got me started on that.
I did not go.
Let's get back onto.
I did not go.
Toilets. Toilets with Anna.
Toilets with Anna. But just to make that clear, I did not go. I actually did pay attention.
A couple times. Was like, oh, and then one was really nice. And I was like, did you see that truck? And she's like, don't turn around. I was gonna turn around and just to go show her.
But you guys, he did find something on the road going back down the mountain. And
where is it? Is it in the bucket?
I don't know where it's at.
I will be right back. I will find it.
But yes, so literally going down, because there's only 2 ways. There's only 2 ways to go in, is one row up and one down, and there is no like pulling to the side or anything. So we had to drive a little bit down the road and then turn around and come back up. But he found a hat, you guys. All that driving, and I'm like, we spotted it from a mile away, and I'm like, what is that? And he's all like, I think it's a hat. And then there he goes, like he's gonna want to pick it up, and of course he did. So He was happy with his find.
I'm even gonna lie, I did. Like she said, I saw it a long ways away, and I knew it was old when I saw it. We went past it. It was like there's nowhere to turn around. We drove like quite a ways down the road to go turn around. And she's like, "You really gonna get it?" I was like, "Yep." And I do need to clean it because it did, I'm sure, fall off someone's head out their convertible or something. But this is a Las Vegas 500K race from October 8th, 9th, and 10th in 1989. It's sitting in the middle of the road. I'm going to guess some kind of Indy race that they had since it's got an Indy car on it. But I thought this was just the coolest thing laying in the road when I picked it up. I was like, yes, got a good score this time. Because I always see hats. I never pick them up. And this time I was like, I'm going back. The inside's really clean.
Yeah.
So just a little bit of where it bounced off and hit the ground, but nobody drove over it. I had to go back and pick it up. Worst case, I'm not littering. And yes, it is a very twisty road, and usually she's holding on to whatever she can hold on to because she did. This time you didn't. I think you did really good this time. I didn't get a slow down or anything.
No.
I think the speed limit's like 35 and everybody does about 20, 25. And we usually do the hill at like 45 or 50 until we come up on someone and they're like, oh, look, and they find a spot and pull over and we just keep going.
Yeah.
I go fast up the hill. I don't go fast down the hill. I do dead. Cochise, that sounds really familiar. I'm going to look it up right now. I don't think we've ever been there, but I've heard of it. Okay, yeah, we haven't been there, but I see it on the map.
Is that another mountain?
I have no idea. And I've got the wrong chat pulled up to take a look. Cochise. Yeah, haven't been there yet. It's not. I don't think it was that far from where we were at.
No.
And see, Harley would have pulled over and got that in a heartbeat. And it would have been easier for you to spot being on a bike.
Yeah. But Gary's going pretty fast, so.
Not on the downhill, I won't, because we took her car to Payson, Arizona, right after we got it. And on the downhill, I wiped the brakes on the car out. We took it back to the dealership. We're like, something's wrong. Because you'd hit the brakes and the whole car would be like, whoa, 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 shaking so bad from the heat from coming down. So no more downhills, only the uphills.
Yeah.
It is called Mount Lemmon. So from, let me see, it's just past Tucson in the Catalina Mountains. I'm popping it up where I can drop something in for you. Was that what I wanted?
And it has beautiful views, you guys.
I'll no. Where's back? Now I screwed up. There it is. Copy. Oh, those rotors were toast. Like I didn't want to slow down. I was manually shifting her charger just to let it slow itself down because like it knocked fillings out. It was so bad. All right, so you can click that link and it'll tell you all about the mountain and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one drive to Payson and the rotors were toast, and that was nothing like taking on this mountain. But really nice, and we got to the top. There was still not a foot of snow, a little less than a foot of snow on the ground at the top. So the kids got to get out and play in it and throw it at each other.
And of course, our teenager was acting like a little kid. He's all like, "Let's play snowball."
Yep. And then I tried to do donuts in the snow, and well, the truck's not 4-wheel drive, but I did get it out. I was just trying to have fun with the kids.
But other than that, you guys, it went pretty good. Like, besides buying the toilet, besides me getting burnt, like, we all came out like
we survived.
We survived. We didn't get eaten by bears. We didn't stay at a hospital. Susan just takes all winter. But yeah, do you have anything planned this week?
I think I might go on later on the wrenching channel, and we'll have a talk about station wagons and minivans.
There you go.
Since you got me on that. So we'll just have a hangout and talk about minivans and wagons, and couldn't tell you what time because we haven't eaten yet or anything since we've been home. We got to get that done, get the kids to bed for school tomorrow. And
and our youngest kid wants to go camping again.
Yeah. I think they both wanted to go back, which is surprising.
Yeah.
Even with no phone service. I was like, what's going on here? What is
But he did make like some like special requests, which was funny. He saw like, we need to get hamburgers and what is it, the marshmallows and
from down here where
where it's not gonna cost $15 to eat. And I'm like, and now we know how much prepared we need to be for next time, you guys. So
and they raised the price on us while we waited in line, but it's whatever. I saw it. I was like, I bet they're raising the prices. They had big wooden signs. Like, I bet they're going to raise the prices before we get up there. And they did. It went from like $20 to $26 to camp for the night, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny that, like, dang it, like going to the gas station and then you're like, they raised 20 cents on my way to the pump.
But yes, you guys. So make sure you guys go check out Hustle Q, because Susan is our 6-time world champion.
That's it. Until next week, Susan.
Yes.
Until next week, Harley. I hope you're there to throw Susan off her game a little bit because it helps me win. I appreciate it. I'm gonna say you're on my team since you do that for me.
If you can, make her feel butterfly-y.
Yeah, that's all it takes. You just showing up and saying something to her, and she's like, I don't have to win this week.
But I do want to shout out to Josie and Iris. Iris, you did such an awesome job. It was super close, but it was a good fight. And Josie, we're still wanting to hear from you. What happened?
Where did you go?
Where did you go?
You have auction tomorrow night.
Oh, and don't forget, you guys, I have auctions tomorrow at 5-hour time.
Which is Pacific for right now.
So 8.
Yeah.
8 Eastern time. And then whatever times.
He's got me. At least someone's on my team, because if you watch the other ones, dude, it's crickets when I go in there. Crickets. Who's on his team? Nothing at all. Absolutely. They're like, get this reseller out of here. You can't have this. We need Susan back. So next week's going to be good. And by my count, Susan would have beat me Saturday from listening to it because she was answering them faster than I could.
That's too funny. But that's it. That's all I have.
That's it for today.
Mhm.
All right.
All right, you guys. So we'll see you guys on Gary's channel talking about.
Say those 2 words. Say them. Let's hear it.
Talking about minivans and
Do
wagons.
you need a toilet to barf in?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
You're going down. Susan, we need him to go down. He
You
made
got
me
it.
say horrible words.
And Harley says he'll be there tomorrow too.
What?
For your auction.
Oh, thank you, Harley.
You got it. All right, everybody. Have a great night. And at least me, if I don't pull her in here and be like, all right, come trash talk it for me.
All right,
At
you
least
guys.
I'll be on probably, what do you think, hour and a half, 2 hours?
Yeah,
So,
probably
yeah.
sooner. All right,
All right.
bye, you guys.
Have a great night.